Come with me, toy fans.
The year 1979 was a very different time. The world lost an acting legend, Britain gained its first female Prime Minister, and the impact of the 1977 Star Wars movie was continuing to change the pop culture landscape. In the toy industry, every company was racing to capitalise on the success of Kenner's hugely popular Star Wars line and children's newfound interest in science fiction toys. Rival toy companies such as Mattel and Mego came out with a wide variety of licensed action figure lines, including Battlestar Galactica, Buck Rogers, Flash Gordon and Star Trek, but none of these attempts managed to capture any significant retail success. Sales of Star Wars toys had vastly exceeded industry expectations, and even official licensor Kenner Products wanted to double dip that cash cow. So they went out and secured the rights to produce toys based on a new science fiction film being made by English director Ridley Scott. Yet unlike the child-friendly fare of Star Wars, this new film, simply titled Alien, was an R-rated sci-fi horror that definitely wasn't suitable for young audiences. Despite this, Kenner would go on to make a legendary action figure that remains the most terrifying toy ever made.
Perfect organism. Its structural perfection is matched only by its hostility.
The Alien toy, produced by Kenner in 1979, was the first commercial toy to be based on an R-rated movie, and today the figure has become an extremely sought-after collectible, with prices ranging from hundreds to thousands of dollars depending on condition. This toy was intended to capture the Star Wars market, but due to the frightening nature of the film upon which it was based, it failed miserably. While the movie was a commercial success, grossing $62 million, this did not translate into toy sales. Looking back now, it's not hard to see why. Alien is a genuinely scary film, and not only features the terrifying titular creature, it also has a murderous android character played by Ian Holm, and who can forget the now iconic chestburster scene. Yep, in 1979 this definitely wasn't considered child-friendly viewing. Some sources even report that this toy was recalled, following pressure from parents who criticised the sale of a children's toy that was based on a violent horror movie, but I have not been able to substantiate these claims. Compounding Kenner's challenge in marketing this nightmare fuel was the fact that 20th Century Fox insisted that they keep the toy under wraps until the film was released on May 25th, 1979. This was because Fox was keeping the look of the alien under wraps until the film's release. So without being able to disclose the creature's design, a Kenner catalogue for 1979 had to simply make do with some breathless prose. It would have been cool if Kenner gave the figure the tagline, "In toy aisles, no one can hear you scream." But we all know that ain't true. The resulting action figure is incredibly well detailed, reflecting the horror of H.R. Giger's original designs, and Kenner produced a somewhat scary television commercial to help advertise the toy.
Kenner presents new Alien action figure.
Bayman's glow! Quick, shut the airlock! The alien's locked out now! He got through! Shh! Give up! Alien can't be beat! We'll zap him with the light! Don't, he'll destroy the spaceship! We've lost! Better find another ship! Let's try the kitchen! Another triumph for Alien!
Alien action figure, new from Kenner.
Standing a whopping 18 inches tall, the Kenner Alien is one of the largest action figures to be produced in the 1970s, even dwarfing the bionic Bigfoot that the company had released earlier in the decade. The figure also came with a surprising amount of play value, including a glow-in-the-dark skull, spring-loaded arms to crush its victims, a large movable tail, and a mechanically operated second set of jaws, which protrude forward through the alien's opening mouth, just like they do in the movie. Not only is this toy highly desirable today, it is also very difficult to find complete. This is due to the toy having a quite fragile design, with the spine sticking out of the alien's back often being broken, and the clear dome that sits on his elongated skull being so easily lost that most examples which come up for sale today are almost always missing this crucial accessory.
Do or do not. There is no try.
When Kenner was developing this toy, it's obvious to me that they considered it to be one of their premium catalogue items for 1979, thanks to the gorgeous window box packaging that features a fantastic logo design. This toy also came with a large double-sided leaflet that had the instructions on one side and an Alien poster on the other. While the 18-inch Alien was certainly the marquee item for that year, Kenner also offered a few other licensed products. These included an Alien board game and an Alien movie viewer, whereas the toy company HG produced a couple of Alien-themed target games, and all these toys are hard to find and quite desirable on the secondary market. With all this licensed Alien product being offered up in 1979, Kenner was clearly betting big on the franchise, so it makes me wonder who at the company thought that making toys based off an R-rated movie would be a good idea. Well, it seems that at the time, Kenner actually thought Alien was going to have a general release, so it made sense for them to make a toy of the titular character. The company sold literally millions of Darth Vader toys the previous year, so they knew that bad guy characters were popular with kids, and they likely thought the Alien character would be a more safe, comic book style villain, much like Vader was, and not quite so evil. But it turned out that the movie Alien was all about ripping people's faces off, and it was rumoured that when Kenner learned of this, they approached 20th Century Fox to have the movie recut so that children could watch it in theatres. Obviously, Fox said no. This belief that Alien was going to be a movie that kids could enjoy is probably why Kenner also advertised a range of Alien action figures that were to be produced in the same 3 3/4 inch scale as Star Wars. This lineup included characters of Ripley, Ash, Dallas, Kane in spacesuit, and of course, the Alien Xenomorph. Yet following the failure of the 18-inch Alien toy, Kenner shelved their plans to release these figures, and they would remain unproduced for over 30 years, before they were recreated by toy company Super 7, effectively giving birth to their reaction series of 5 POA figures. Interestingly though, the 1979 toy line would not be the last time that Kenner would attempt to sell the Alien franchise to children. In 1992, the company produced a range of toys that were intended to accompany a cartoon based on the Marines from the film sequel Aliens, directed by James Cameron. This cartoon, titled Operation Aliens, would see the Colonial Marines fighting against the titular creatures. But whether it was because of the poor box office showing of Alien 3, or because it proved too difficult to make the source material kid-friendly, the animated series was never released.
They're unstoppable! But we're gonna stop them anyway! Send in the Marines! We're the Space Marines! Drake, Ripley, 8-Bone, Bishop, and I'm Hicks, armed with the latest high-tech heavy metal.
Look out, Hicks! The Queen's gonna crown ya! My bug rocker's on a roll! Bull alien attacking! Eat torch, bug brain!
Alien invasion problem? Send in the Marines!
Send in the Marines!
Space Marines, aliens!
Despite the cartoon being scrapped, Alien toys lived on throughout the 90s, and they continue to be popular with collectors today. In fact, in 2014, Gentle Giant even reproduced the iconic original Kenner Alien action figure, with a bit of a twist, by blowing up its already lofty size from 18 inches to the insane height of 2 feet tall. Yet this rich toy history all started with one of the biggest missteps in movie tie-ins of the last century. As such, the original 18-inch tall Kenner Alien remains one of my most wanted Holy Grail toys, and I've seen quite a few of them in Tokyo toy hunting videos right here on YouTube. And since I'm heading to Japan in January, this is one of the toys that I'm hoping to acquire on that trip. Wish me luck. Kenner's 1979 Alien action figure is far more than just a simple footnote in toy history. It holds a legendary prominence among vintage toy collectors, not only because of its rarity, not just because of its incredibly impressive design, but because of the history that goes with it, and its status as the most terrifying toy ever made.
This is Ripley, last survivor of the Nostromo. Signing off.
So thank you all for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, you can click the links over here to check out some of our other vintage toy retrospectives. Or subscribe to the channel by clicking down here, or consider supporting us on Patreon, where you'll get access to hours of exclusive content. I'm Tony from Analog Toys, and I'll see you in the next video.